Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. Today, we're going to explore the double negative. Now, the double negative is a really annoying thing for English teachers, and that's when you use the negative twice in a sentence, and by default, it creates a positive. Let me give you some examples, and then I'll explain more why it's very annoying. So, for example, excuse me, do you have any milk? No, I'm sorry, I don't have any milk is the correct answer. But the double negative would be, I'm sorry, I don't have no milk. Now, many people do actually speak like this, even native speakers. I don't have no milk is saying, well, I don't have no milk, so I must have some milk. So it's creating a positive. And it's creating a positive, which of course is wrong because really there isn't milk. Let's try another one. Let's try kids' toys this time. Excuse me, do you sell children's toys? No, I'm sorry. We haven't no kids' toys. We don't have no kids' toys. Might be an alternative. The correct answer, of course, is we don't have kids' toys. We don't have no kids' toys, or we haven't no kids' toys, is wrong because there's two negatives. If we haven't, have not, and then no goes at the end again, then you're creating a positive. So if we say we haven't no kids' toys, then there must be kids' toys. You see? So this way of speaking with a double negative is wrong. And it's very frustrating, especially when native speakers use it. I really don't like the double negative. In fact, daily, when I hear it, I think to myself, oh, double negative, shoo, go away. Bad double negative, yes. Bad, go, shoo. Shoo is just something we say in English when we want something to disappear. You can say it to your cat, to your children. Shoo, go back to work. Shoo, get to school. Or in my case, shoo, double negatives. I don't want to hear double negatives. Shoo, bad double negatives. Yes. So you can hear there that I'm using shoo, shoo, just to tell you that it's not something that I want around. Okay? So double negatives, terrible things, really. And you know who uses them? Well, Beyonce, she's quite guilty of this crime. But I do like her, so I don't mind. And her song Halo, she uses a double negative. Now, it's a lovely song, and we're going to quickly go through the lyrics because there's another song which has better examples. But Beyonce, in her song Halo, she tells us, remember those walls I built? Of course, she means I've built, because, of course, she should be using the present perfect. And then she says, well, baby, they're tumbling down, means they're falling down. And because she's trying to sing colloquially, she knocks off the G. So she says, baby, they're tumbling down. And then she says, and they didn't even put up a fight. They didn't even make a sound. So she's talking about her own boundaries and personal space. And then she says, I found a way to let you in, but I never really had a doubt. Standing in the light of your halo, I got my angel now. Now, I have to say, Halo is that glow which people have around them, not an aura, because a halo is more about sanctity. It's a religious word. Angels have halos. So she's obviously seeing her new love as some kind of savior or saving figure. And she tells us that as she goes on. She says, "You know, you're my saving grace. You're everything I need and more. It's written all over your face," which means I can see it in your face. I can see exactly what you are or who you are just by looking at you, written all over your face. That's a very common English idiom, written all over your face. And she goes on saying how she loves this person. But let's just get to the double negative. And it's in the next part here. It says, "It's like I've been awakened. Every rule I had, you breaking." Now, of course, we have to allow for Beyonce's bad English here. She says, "Every rule I had, you breaking." She means to say, every rule I had, you are breaking. So you're breaking the rules. But she doesn't say that. She says, every rule I had, you breaking. And then she says, "It's the risk that I'm taking. I ain't never gonna shut you out." I wish someone was going to shut her up when she uses a double negative. As I always say, double negative, shoot, shoot, go away, double negative. I don't like double negatives. So, anyway, I ain't never gonna shut you out. Now, ain't is this thing which we often hear in movies, and it means have not, haven't. Very colloquial. People in the London area use it all the time. It belongs to one of our subcultures. I think it came originally from one of the minorities in America, probably in New York. You see it in movies all the time, especially in crime movies. You know, the policeman catches the bad man and he says, "I ain't done nothing wrong," you know. So if ain't means have not, and then you put another no in there, of course, it becomes a positive, as we were discussing earlier. So Beyonce, even though she's trying to tell us that she isn't going to get rid of her new man, she says, "I ain't never gonna shut you out." Now, ain't in this case, first of all, doesn't mean haven't. It's some other colloquial use of the word ain't, and it means I won't ever shut you out. I won't ever get rid of you or block you. It's probably not the best example of a double negative, ain't never. It's probably a better example of just bad English, you know? But ain't is some colloquial way where we refer to have not. I ain't got no money. I ain't never, okay, is also some equally badly written set of words. The best way to say it is I won't ever shut you out. I ain't never creates a rather complex, badly written bad English. I can't explain it really because it just isn't right. And how do we explain things which aren't right? So it should be I won't ever shut you out. Now, a better example is in another song that I chose today to demonstrate what I mean. And this is by Sheena Easton, and it's called Modern Gal. And Sheena tells us, "He wakes and says hello, turns on the breakfast show. She fixes coffee while he takes a shower. Hey, that was great," he said. "I wish we could stay in bed, but I got to be at work in less than an hour. Okay, so of course he means I've got to be at work. So he should be using the present perfect there. And then Sheena tells us she manages a smile as he walks out the door. She's a modern girl who's been through this movie before. And this is where Sheena then descends into the double negative. She says, she don't build her world round no single man. So she's got don't with do not, and then she's got no again at the end of the sentence. She don't build her world round no single man. So, of course, she should have said she doesn't build her world round a particular man. And then she says, but she's getting by doing what she can. To get by just means to survive. You can probably hear it in a lot of Tracy Chapman songs. I think, is it the song Fast Car by Tracy Chapman? Where she says she's getting by, the one where she kind of like leaves with her boyfriend and goes to Mexico. Anyway, Sheena tells us she is free to be what she wants to be. All she wants to be is a modern girl. And then she goes on to the second verse, and thankfully, she isn't using any double negatives here. Let's go through it. She says, it looks like rain again. She takes a train again. She's on her way again through London town. Oh, God, yeah, we've all been there on the metro trying to get to work at ridiculous hours of the morning. Thank goodness I'm old. Right, and then she says, where she eats a tangerine, that's like an orange. Ew, she does that on the metro. Oh, no, be a bit smelly, wouldn't it? And then she says, flicks through a magazine. Yeah, flicking through a magazine means just turning the pages quickly. And by the way, that's where the word Netflix comes from, because obviously the movie flicks through the projector. And then she says, until it's time to leave her dreams on the underground, that's the metro, she walks to the office like everyone else, an independent lady taking care of herself. And then she tells us again, she don't build her world round no single man. Oh, I really hate the double negative. It's a lovely song, but oh no, double negative. Shoo, double negative. Go away. And then it says, but she's getting by, doing what she can. Well, of course, she means getting by, just like Beyonce. She's dropping a little bit there of the words. She's free to be what she wants to be. All she wants to be is a modern girl. Na 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 na. Ah, a lovely song, but probably not the best one for your English if you're avoiding the double negative. So there we are. That's some examples of the double negative. And of course, you really shouldn't ever use that. And if you see the double negative, you should say, shoo, go away. Double negative. I don't want to see you. Isn't it strange that the word or the name Beyonce rhymes with fiance? Isn't that strange? I was talking about that to someone yesterday or the day before. Fiance is the person that you're going to marry. So a woman may say to her friends, oh, please meet my fiance, the man I'm going to marry. Men say it too about women, please meet my fiance, but it's less common because, of course, men get less excited about these things. So there we are. That's Beyonce with Halo and Sheena Easton with Modern Girl, where she tells us, I don't build my world round no single man. And I think she's saying there, uh, I don't build my world around a particular man. So she's not saying single man as in not married man. She's saying any particular man, any single man, you know? Like, for example, if I'm having dinner, I don't eat one single breast of chicken, I eat two, for example, you know? Well, there we are. So that's Sheena and Beyonce. So remember, double negative, shoo, double negative, shoo. You don't want to see them, and I certainly don't want to hear them. It's a really bad habit, and with native speakers, it shows a real lack of education. Particular types of people use it, and non natives should be avoiding it. Okay, thank you. See you all soon. Bye.